He will fight for your honor. Timeless love. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. In this journey, the Lord has used several songs to encourage me. So even you may be feeling weary in your kingdom marriage journey. Just know that you are almost there, okay? Many of you are actually walking into the kingdom marriage promise. So I hope that this lyrical message is a blessing unto you. Okay, I've never felt led to share these songs up until now. So may they be a blessing to you. I'm doing a song by Peter Cetera. It's called Glory of Love. What I like about this is that there's some fantasy world too that it touches on. And because of that, I would like to start this lyrical message with this. I heard something interesting from someone who said that before you people came into the earth, you and your kingdom spouse both sat before the Lord and said, God, we agree that we'll come into this earth and we'll be married, we'll be a kingdom couple and do kingdom work for your glory. You agreed, and the both of you also signed on the dotted lines. So, you people now, you better deliver. And I thought, well, now that this guy is talking so much about the fantasy world, why not also just add in my part of the fantasy? This is what I think also happened. I feel that after the couple signed on the dotted lines, the couple went outside and they looked into each other's eyes. And the man said to the woman, look, we have seen how it goes in the earth. Look how people get engulfed in sin. So, as we are going into the earth, we do not know the kind of families we are going in. But let us make a promise to each other that should you get saved first, pray for me, stand in the gap for me, do not give up on me. And if I should get saved first, I will not give up on you. I will stand for you. So that at the end of it all, we'll both stand before God and God will say, you good and faithful servant, you did good you know so yeah, that's how I think it played out. And the woman was like, that actually sounds good. I promise that should I get saved first, I will stand 10 toes down for you. I will not give up on you. And then the couple hugged, and after that they were ready to be sent into the earth you know yeah, since we are caught up in the fantasy world. Okay. So this is a song by Peter Cetera. It's called Glory of Love. It says, the first stanza, tonight is very clear, cause we are both lying here. There's so many things I want to say. I will always love you. I would never leave you alone. How sweet. The first line, let's go back. Tonight is very clear. Understand the setting, okay? These are two people. Imagine two people, the couple lying on the grass looking into the sky at night, looking at the stars, okay? Tonight is very clear. So on that night there are no dark clouds to hide the stars. So the sky is beautiful on that night. And this also represents the man's state of mind. So now this has to do with reconciliation, by the way. When your person comes, some of you, your person was very closed off. Some of you, he was cold. Some of you, he was hot and cold. So now this is a person who's coming with a resolve to start something stable with you. This is not another false start. Okay, this message is for someone whom your person is coming to reconcile and to do right this time. Okay, so this is more or less, what the person would say to you. Okay, so it's saying tonight is very clear. So this person is sober minded, there's no fogginess, he's clear on his intentions and on what he wants. Because tonight is very clear, because we are both lying here. So now this is a person who's giving you quality time. So he's coming to give you quality time. Okay? He's saying, because we are both lying here, as they both lying down looking at the sky. There's something beautiful about being with someone and being comfortable in the silence of the moment, someone you don't have to perform and entertain, but someone who's comfortable even in the silence of things and just enjoy the moment together without saying a word, you know? There's so many things I want to say. So there are many things going on in the man's mind. So at this time, look, I'm reading it from a man's point of view, as this is a man who's singing this to a woman, okay? So he's saying there's so many things I want to say. So as they're sitting there, as they're lying there, there's so many things going on in the man's mind. There are many things passing through his mind. I will always love you. And all those thoughts lead him to one line: I will always love you. And this also shows that his many thoughts shows how his many decisions, his many actions all led him to this woman. The many situations, many circumstances all ultimately led him to this moment, led him to this woman. Okay? He says, I will always love you. That is a very daring thing to say. If the love has not been tested, it's as good as lying. But this person looks like he has carried the love of this woman for a while, whether it be years, he has had love for this person and the love never went away. That's why he's confident to say that I will always love you because the love has always been there. And he says, I would never leave you alone. For him to say that, he has come to that resolve to say that as a man, I choose to be stable, to be that stable pillar for her, so she can be a stable pillar for me. He's being a leader, he's leading now. He's saying, I will never leave you, meaning I will be stable for you. I'm here to prove to you that I'm here to stay, you know? Yeah. So he's saying, I would never leave you alone, meaning he has had a chance to live without her and he has had a chance to see what is out there. And he's come to the decision and the resolve that he's comfortable to be with her. The second stanza, sometimes I just forget, say things I might regret. It breaks my heart to see you crying. I don't want to lose you. I could never make it alone. Back to the first line. Sometimes I just forget. Now he's trying to say, remember, I'm human. I'm only human. I make mistakes. You know, there's a saying that says, to err is human, to forgive is divine. So he's asking for grace. And I like how he speaks, this man. He's not saying, sometimes we might forget, say things we might, listen. This is a man who's leading. He's saying, sometimes I just forget. You know, he knows you're human, but now it's him as a man now. He's talking now. Come on now. He's saying, sometimes I just forget. Meaning, I may make mistakes. I may make mistakes. I'm human. Just remember that. I need your grace. I need you to forgive me, and I need your patience. Sometimes I just forget, say things I might regret. So I might say things, or even do things, out of ignorance, out of anger, frustration, passiveness, whatever. You know, he said, I might do that, okay? It breaks my heart to see you crying. I might do those things, they may hurt you, but you must know when you hurt, I hurt. When you cry, it breaks my heart. Meaning those things that I do that can cause you hurt, that can cause you to cry. And I do not do them deliberately. They are not deliberate. Like if I do those things, forgive me, forgive me. It says, I don't want to lose you. He's saying, please understand my mission. Understand why I'm here. I did not come here to come and break your heart, to come and cause you to cry. My resolve is to love you and to never leave you. I'm here to build with you. So should I ever say something that hurts you or do something that hurts you, it's not because I want to break up. It's not because I want to cause you grief, to cause you pain. It's an error. Have grace. Have grace. Okay. And he says, I don't want to lose you. I could never make it alone. This is a man who has been out there without you. So he has had a chance to experience life with and without you. And he's able to see where you fit in. For him to say, I could never make it alone, that is a very bold statement. This man had a chance to reason, to think, to make notes. So he's able to come to the conclusion that I see the value of this woman. I see I see her worth. I see where she fits in into my life. The third stanza, I am a man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you're dreaming of. We'll live forever knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. So he's saying, I am a man who will fight for your honor. He's saying, I'm in your life to protect you. I'm not bringing shame into your life, but what I'm bringing is honor. What I'm bringing is a covering over you. You know, your life will be better with me in it. I'm here to come and lessen the load off of your shoulders, not to cause you pain, not to cause you stress, not to make life harder. I'll be the hero you're dreaming of. This is a man who understands how a woman's mind think. You know, as women, we do not exactly live in a fairy tale world, but there's something fairy tale about women and their thinking. Not to say we are expecting the fairy tale kind of love that we see on the media, on social media, okay? So he says, I'll be the hero you're dreaming of. So he's saying, I love you in the way you want to be loved. You know, I do not know what it is I do not know what it is you love. You know, as women, we are different. There are women who are into flowers. There are women who are not into flowers. So he's saying, whatever you're into, I'll be into that for you. Like, I want to be that for you. You know, he's saying, I will learn your love language. You know, I will learn your love language. I will love what it is what it is to love you. You know, for some women it means a lot to receive gifts, but to other women gifts is like the last on the list. There are other things that they need. It's your presence they need. You know, it's your love they need, your words of affirmation they need, the the gifts, whatever, that's like at the top of the list. You know, so he's saying, whatever definition you have of love, I'll be that. I'll be that. You want me to be a Romeo? Child, we've got the internet. We've got the internet. Through the internet, I'm going to Google and learn how to be romantic. I will learn what to get you if you want me to be that. Like, Flash, I'll be the where am I? I'm a man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you're dreaming of. Will live forever. Now he's coming into her world he's coming into the fantasy world. Into her fantasy world. He's saying will live forever. So he's saying whatever we are building in this life, we'll take it also into the afterlife. Now he's getting in deeper. Now she's in the fairy, it's like he's leaving his world to enter her fairy tale world and taking the both of them deeper into a spiritual world where our spirits do not die. He's saying, we like, I'm taking this further, baby. Like, our love will stand even in the afterlife. Child, even in heaven, when I see you, I'll still blow you kisses. You know, what we are building now carries on even in the afterlife. Now he being prophetic. All right. He says, knowing together, knowing, or he says, we'll live forever, knowing together. Knowing together helps us to understand, as the Bible speaks about being equally yoked, being on the same page, and being of the same understanding, you know, seeing things the same or coming to an agreement concerning things, knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love, that the both of them, this saying, knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. So he's aware that it really does take two to build this thing. So he's been saying, me will do this, promising, but I understand. Look how beautiful, how he how beautifully he introduces the we, where he says now he understands it takes the both of them to build this thing. He's encouraging her to build in this thing. It's like, I almost say he's selling her the idea. No, he's he's partnering into God's plans and into God's dream. It's like God's dream has become his dream, has become their dream. Because as much as the kingdom marriage is out of obedience, it's definitely not out of obligation. It's definitely not out of obligation. Okay? Yeah. It's definitely not out of obligation, because at the end of the day, there is really love for that person and they really have love for you. Okay? We'll live together, knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. Yeah, I wanted to also say that love is nurturing. Love is nurturing. I know, I don't, we all know love is kind, love is patient, love is all of that. But I also want to speak about other things that love is. Love, when you're in love, you are able to endure things you otherwise would not have had energy to endure. Things which would have gotten under your skin would not get under your skin when you're in love. Like, you let things roll. Things that would have bothered you do not bother you. And you are able to use that energy to push, because there's an added confidence. You've got support, you know. You'll find yourself being able to do more or to do much than you otherwise were able to do. You keep me standing tall. You help me through it all. I'm always strong when you're beside me. I've always needed you. I could never make it alone. Let's go back. You keep me standing tall. He didn't just say you keep me standing. He says you keep me standing tall. There is a difference. Let us respect the English. It says you keep me standing tall. Now, for someone to keep you standing, it means that this person is saying you are like a pillar in my life. Even if I feel like I'm weak, and I feel like even if I draw back, things don't fall apart, because you're still standing. Like, you are my equal. I'm not saying that a woman is, look, we know a husband is the head of the house. Okay, look, just flow with the song, will you? So what he's saying is, you keep me standing. So even if he may feel tired and exhausted and take a break, things don't fall apart, because there is a partner there, someone who's also standing, keeping things together. Like, he's not doing life alone. Even when things are tough, there's someone there to encourage him, to say, I believe you and I believe in you. I believe you and I believe in you. He's got a support system, someone who's saying, like, I'm here with you. I'm standing with you. I'm standing beside you, 10 toes down. I am with you. Okay? And he says to keep me standing tall. Now, tall helps us to understand the confidence in this. So this person has found someone that speaks, he has found someone that speaks to the king inside of him. Hallelujah to all the motivators and all the mentors. We thank God for them. But there's something about someone that's anointed to speak into your life, and he's acknowledging that I don't know what this woman has, but she has it in herself to speak to the very essence of my being. That is because you are his rib. That's what um you keep me standing tall. You help me through it all. So there's loyalty here. In plenty, she'll be here. I'm speaking as a guy. This is a guy who's talking, so I'm just going by the song, you guys. You help me through it all. So she's a helpmeet, you know. She's a helper, you know. In plenty, she's there. In lack, she's there. That's loyalty, baby. That's loyalty. Okay? I'm always strong when you're beside me. So her presence being there, just her presence, just her being there, it encourages him. And just having her in his life makes him strong, because as he says, I'm always strong when you're beside me. Just for him to know that I have this woman in my life, it helps him to be strong. There's someone who's speaking life into him. There's someone who wishes him well. There's someone who's in his life to come in. to come and build, not someone who's come to take. You know, have you ever been with have you ever had to deal with someone who's a taker? Imagine a taker, a relationship of a taker and a giver. It's not supposed to be like that in any relationship, brotherly relationship, sisterly, even among the saints. It should never be one person pouring onto another. You know, it's supposed to work both ways. You pour into her, she pours back into you. That's how it works. You give into her, she gives into you. You encourage her, she encourages you. You know, so it's not one person giving, another receiving. You know, this is not a king peasant relationship. This is not this one is on a pedestal and then this one is a doormat, or this one is giving as if this one is trying to get this one to like them, you know, but no, it's out of love. And as this one acknowledges the other one, as the woman acknowledges the man by giving, the man also acknowledges the woman by giving, both ways. Okay? So as not to have another person feeling like they are being used, you know, or another one is a giver, another one is a taker. It's a give and take. I have always needed you. That says a lot. For someone to say, I've always needed you, this person is saying, I see your worth and who you fit in my life. I would never make it alone. That's also another very bold statement. For someone to say, I would never make it alone, it means they're saying, I see where you fit in my life. Believe me, I see where you fit in. Back to the chorus. I'm a man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you've been dreaming of. We'll live forever, knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. It's like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago. Just in time, I will save the day. Take you to my castle far away. Again, he's coming into her world of the fantasy. Like this, into her fantasy world. He's saying like, um, this is a man who has come in to be a part of her, you know, and not who's not coming to change her, you know, and hopefully she's not coming in as a woman who's walking in to change her, okay, to change him. He says it's like a knight in shining armor. A knight in shining armor. Do you understand? This man polished his armor twice and shined it twice. He did last night and this morning and went to see the woman. This is not a knight who's coming from war with the bloody armor or a muddy one. No, this is not a man who was like, oh yeah, you know, I was actually going there and I decided to pass, but he purposefully left knowing he's going straight to her. That's the impression he's giving. Like he's giving her time. Okay? It's like a knight in shining armor from a long time ago. From a long time ago. You know, I'm thinking immediately, I'm thinking black and white. You know, it reminds me of those black and white. Have you ever seen those black and white movies? You've always associated them with romance back, you know, anything back in the days that's black and white. You expect it to have some level of romance, you know. Just in time, I will save the day. So he's saying, in the nick of time, I will show up. You know, I will show up for you. He's trying to say, I will do my best, you know, my best is what I will do. Okay. Um, take you to my castle far away. Again, he's stepping into that fairy tale world, you know, becoming one with her in thought to say, I will take you to my castle far away, like away from the troubles of this world, meaning I'm here in your world to lighten the load, not to be the load. Again to the chorus, I'm the man who'll fight for your honor. I'll be the hero that you're dreaming of. We're gonna live forever knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. Another stanza, we'll live forever knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love. Then the last stanza says, we did it all for love. 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 God is love, so we did it all for God. But then the man looked at the woman and says, this is now bone of my bones, you know? And then he says, that's my wife. And she looked at him and she's like, he's the height I deserve. That's my husband. Yeah. That's just me paraphrasing it. Yeah. In the book of Adam. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kidding you guys. But it says we did it all for love. God is love. Yes, we do it for the love of God, but we also do it not out of obligation, out of the love that we have for our spouse. So, yeah, thank you guys. God bless.